Hey travel lovers, it's your girl Cheryl again, bringing you as much value in this video as I did in the last one. You know I got you like that. I am sure you saw the title and thumbnail for this video, and yes, you guessed right. There are 7 countries that now have travel bans for various reasons, and I'm going to uncover them for you so you can take those off your bucket list. Well, let's first start with this fun fact that you may not already know. Did you know that by 2025, some of the world's most popular travel destinations could be completely off-limits to tourists? We're talking about bucket list destinations like Venice, the Eiffel Tower, and those dreamy Instagram islands. Gone. Why? Over-tourism, environmental concerns, political tensions, and more. So, what are these travel bans, and how can you make sure your travel dreams don't turn into travel nightmares? Stay tuned because in this video, I'm breaking down 7 massive travel bans that could affect your plans in 2025. You need to know this stuff, so buckle up and let's dive in. First up, we're heading to Europe, to a country that's practically synonymous with dream vacation, Italy. Italy, the land of pasta, pizza, ancient history, and unfortunately way too many tourists. Those overcrowded streets in Rome, the selfie sticks battling for the perfect shot in front of the Colosseum, the cruise ships dwarfing the canals of Venice. It's a lot. Remember that time Venice started charging day trippers just to step foot in the city? Yeah, that was just the beginning. Experts are predicting that by 2025, Italy could implement even stricter measures to control the crowds. We're talking about limiting the number of tourists allowed in certain areas, implementing new visa restrictions, and even full-on travel bans to some of its most iconic spots. So if you've been putting off that Italian adventure, now's the time to book it, my friends. Next up, we're traveling to the eastern Himalayas, to the mysterious and magical kingdom of Bhutan. Bhutan has always been known for its unique approach to tourism. They're all about high-value, low-impact travel, which means they want to attract wealthy tourists who are genuinely interested in experiencing their culture and preserving their environment. Even with the high price tag, Bhutan has seen a steady increase in tourist arrivals over the past few years. And guess what? It's starting to take a toll on their environment and their culture. Rumors are swirling that Bhutan is considering some major changes to its tourism policy, including higher daily fees, stricter visa requirements, and potentially capping the number of tourists allowed in each year. Bhutan is not just a tourist attraction, it's a living, breathing country with its own unique culture and way of life. From the Himalayas, we're heading north to the land of fire and ice, Iceland. Now, Iceland is another country that's been absolutely slammed with tourists in recent years. Who can resist those stunning glaciers, epic waterfalls, and adorable puffins, right? But Iceland's natural beauty is incredibly fragile. All those tourists stomping around on glaciers, driving SUVs all over the countryside and leaving trash behind, it's taking a serious toll. There's been a growing movement to implement stricter regulations on tourism. We're talking about higher taxes on tourism businesses, increased park fees, and potential limits on the number of visitors allowed in certain areas. Iceland is a small island nation with a population of just over 350,000 people. They can't be expected to shoulder the burden of mass tourism all on their own. If you're planning a trip to Iceland, please be respectful. Stay on marked trails, pack out everything you pack in, and consider visiting during the off-season. Iceland is a truly magical place, but it's up to all of us to ensure that it stays that way for generations to come. Okay, let's be real. North Korea isn't exactly known for being the most welcoming destination. This is a country that's been shrouded in secrecy and isolation for decades. Even with its strict rules and regulations, there's always been a certain allure to North Korea, right? That forbidden fruit syndrome, you know? But then, well, things took a turn. Political tensions escalated, sanctions were imposed, and North Korea retreated back into its shell. Fast forward to 2025, and it's looking more and more likely that North Korea will remain off-limits to most travelers. So, unless you're a journalist, a diplomat, or you have a really compelling reason to visit, it's probably best to scratch North Korea off your bucket list for now. Next up, we're heading down under to the land of kangaroos, koalas, and climate change. Yeah, unfortunately, Australia is on the front lines of the climate crisis, and the effects are becoming impossible to ignore. We're talking about record-breaking heat waves, devastating droughts, and those horrific bushfires that ripped through the country a few years back. Remember those images of scorched landscapes, terrified animals fleeing for their lives, and thick smoke choking out the sky, it was heartbreaking. Experts are predicting that these extreme weather events are only going to become more frequent and more intense in the years to come. What does this mean for tourism? Certain areas of Australia could become simply too dangerous to visit. We're talking about national parks being closed indefinitely, popular hiking trails being deemed off-limits, and even entire towns being evacuated. If Australia is on your bucket list, you might want to move it up a few notches. Who knows what the future holds for this beautiful but vulnerable country? Let's be honest though, the Philippines is basically a synonym for paradise. Those pristine beaches, crystal clear waters, lush jungles. It's no wonder this island nation has become a top tourist destination. But here's the thing about paradise. It's fragile. When too many people try to squeeze into paradise at the same time, things can get ugly. And in this case, we're talking about overcrowded beaches, polluted waters, and stressed-out marine life. Remember what happened to Boracay a few years back? The beaches were trashed, the water was polluted, and the whole place was on the verge of ecological collapse. So, the Philippine government did something drastic. They shut the entire island down for 6 months. No tourists allowed, Boracay reopened with stricter regulations, and while it's still a popular destination, it's a far cry from the overcrowded mess it once was. Now the question is, will other popular destinations in the Philippines follow suit? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the Philippines is serious about protecting its natural beauty, even if it means turning away tourists. Last but not least, we're heading to the City of Lights, Paris. Now, France has always been a top tourist destination, and for good reason. But in recent years, France has also been rocked by a series of protests and strikes. From the Yellow Vest movement to the pension reform protests, it seems like there's always something going on in France these days. These protests can sometimes erupt into violence, disrupting transportation, closing down tourist attractions, and making it difficult and potentially unsafe to travel. I'm not saying that you should avoid France altogether, but it's important to be aware of the situation on the ground before you go. Check the news, stay informed about any planned protests or strikes, and be prepared to adjust your itinerary if necessary. So, there you have it, folks. 7 massive travel bans that could affect your travel plans in 2025. Let me know in the comment section which one of the countries shocked you the most. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we've got even crazier travel secrets coming soon. Why not download my free ebook, Top 5 Travel Scenarios and How to Solve Them? You'll get some cool tips that could save your next trip from disaster. And stay tuned because a full 25 travel scenario guide is coming soon. Please take a few minutes to check out the links in the description. Thanks in advance for doing so. And don't forget to visit the YouTube shopping area below the video. I value your support. Please share this video with your friends and family. This is your channel host, Cheryl, saying until next time. Safe travels, and don't forget to like, share, and hit the notification bell for more travel updates.